Did you ever watch The Twilight Zone? Those shows, they were so good. They were so scary.
Yeah. Oh, great.
They were great. You want to see something really scary?
You bet.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, pull the car over.
Pull the car over?
Okay. Scare me. Are you ready?
Okay, go ahead. What are you doing?
So with the release of the new movie Undertone, I've gotten online and I've seen a lot of the same comments that it wasn't even scary. And every time I see that comment, I want to ask a simple question. What exactly is scary? I mean, seriously, how do you define scary? What's your measuring stick? Is it monsters? Is it zombies? Is it psychological horror? Is it body horror? Because here's the truth that most people either don't know or care to admit, is that scary is completely subjective. And I know this firsthand because I work in the haunted attraction industry creating scares. I also own escape rooms and I've designed a horror experience. And one of the most common questions I get asked by people right before they go in is, how scary is it? And my immediate response is, define scary. Because scary is subjective and everyone reacts differently to it. Some people walk through completely fine. Others are just a little creeped out. While other people are genuinely concerned and terrified because of the content that's in it that hits them deeply. Fear is not universal. For example, a lot of haunted attractions rely on just a handful of things: chainsaws, clowns, and the backwood hillbillies. But when you worked in the haunted attraction industry for years, those things stop being scary because they become predictable and they become boring. And fear changes based on exposure. And the same thing happens with horror movies. Let's take a look at a list of the top 20 movies that are supposedly the scariest movies of all time based on science. Movies like Sinister, Host, Skinamarink, Insidious, The Conjuring, Hereditary, Smile, Talk to Me, Hell House LLC, The Descent, Paranormal Activity, The Babadook, and The Autopsy of Jane Doe. Now ask yourself something. Are all of these actually scary? Of course not. Some people just love them. Some people don't think none of them are scary. And that's the point, because scary isn't just one thing. There are different types of fear. Some horror taps into primeval fear, such as creatures and monsters. Some horror is psychological dread, where something just feels wrong.
Good to see another brother around here. Yes, of course it is.
Some horror is built on atmosphere, where nothing ever happens, but you feel uncomfortable the entire time. Movies like The Blair Witch Project built an entire experience around that. Other movies rely on shock and intensity. Every type of horror is targeting a different fear trigger. But there's another problem happening today. The internet has completely warped how people experience horror. Social media is filled with reaction videos of people screaming, jumping, throwing their popcorn, losing their minds. And now audiences think that's what horror is supposed to do. But real fear looks very different. It's quiet, it's tension, and it's unease. Movies like Skinamarink and The Dark and the Wicked are built on dread. Not jump scares. And a lot of people simply don't know how to process that anymore. Another problem is expectation. When the internet tells you something like the scariest movie ever made, Your brain stops experiencing the movie and it starts to analyze it. You spend the entire film waiting for that scary moment, and that completely kills the experience. But here's the reality. Horror has always been subjective. Back in '73, people were fainting watching The Exorcist.
But the thing that really surprises me is people faint. I mean, I've never in my life known a movie where people would faint. I mean, it's hard to make people faint.
If she ain't out here, he will.
I passed out in about the first half hour, yeah.
But today, half the audiences say it's not even scary. Not because the movie failed, but because audiences have changed. We've seen more. We've become more desensitized. And our tolerance for fear keeps rising. So when people say a movie isn't scary, what they usually mean is that it didn't scare me personally. And that's fine. But that doesn't mean it won't terrify someone else. Because horror isn't math. There's no formula. There's no universal scale. Fear hits everybody differently. And the moment we start treating horror like a scoreboard, we miss the entire point of this awesome genre. If you like what I did here today, consider hitting that like button and that subscribe button so you don't miss any horror reviews and topics just like this one. So until next time, go check out my other videos. But more importantly, don't get too scared. Take care, guys.